The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And like so many social entrepreneurs, I have a personal reason for starting my not-for-profit organization. I was in the middle of the largest trade show in the world, launching the largest telecommunications company in the world. Suddenly, just 20 minutes before the show is about to start, my cell phone rings, and it's my husband, Jacob. Honey, I love you. The trade show's about to start. The Broadway actors are getting ready to do their thing in our booth. I'll call you later. And he screamed into the phone, Lisa, don't hang up. I need to speak to you immediately. Jonathan is catastrophically ill, and I knew in that moment that no parent would ever joke about the health of his or her child. If you've ever been to a trade show, it's kind of like being at the circus, except in this trade show, there were 550 booths, and one was more loud than the next with live bands and music and thousands of people. I couldn't hear a word that my husband was saying. I said, hold on and don't hang up. It took me 8 minutes to walk the length of that trade show floor, and I pulled back the tarp, surrounded by hydraulic equipment and machinery, as he started telling me, heart damage, neurological damage, rheumatic fever. I said to him, get me on the first available flight. I need to go back and launch the show. 12 hours later, I was on the plane, speeding back through the night, flying home to my son. For the next 4 months, I was by his side. I had become a sudden caregiver. I had become a mom on a mission. Because when your child is ill, they need you 24/7. Now, we're all so important and connected to our devices and our technology 24/7. But when your child is ill, it is 24/7. It's the only thing you can think about. Everything is affected. You can only think about the health and well-being of your child. Your world stops. There's before and there's after. It's a real inflection point. So we rented a cottage and we moved to the beach. We moved to the ocean, 12 miles away from our house, and we lived there for 4 months. Every day we would take a little red wagon and pull our son to the beach, and we would sit there eating vegetables and fruit and sandwiches. So every morning from 5 to 6, I would tiptoe out of the cottage and I would walk along the beach, seeing the ocean, smelling the salt water, smelling the sea air, and it was really helping me. I would sing and cry and pray, and that was making me feel stronger and more connected. On one of these walks during the height of my son's illness, suddenly the word Soaringwords popped into my head. I got chills. I had a knowingness that everything I had done in my life, from being a candy striper as a young teenager, or all the things I had done to help people, that I knew why I was born, that I had my purpose, that I was going to help all of these ill children and families that I had seen in the pediatric waiting rooms, the children who never were playing with toys, all of the parents who always had tears in their eyes because they were going through such a difficult and trying time. When I came back from my walk, I scribbled the name Soaringwords into my idea pad, and then my busy, hectic day as a caregiver started. But over the next few days and weeks and months, as my son fully recovered and returned to 4th grade, I knew that my life had taken a serious turn, that it was going to be blossoming and transforming, to take all of these experiences with death and illness and use them to help other people in their most difficult, challenging times. When I see a child in the hospital, That's my child. That's all of our children. And I know you know that because this is such an amazing community here. This is such an amazing health system. And it's a great privilege to be speaking to you colleague today. And the thing that makes Soaringwords really unique is that we want to inspire the ill children and families to take an active role in self-healing. We're the only organization that inspires the ill child to pay it forward, to do something nice for another person, another child, a sibling, one of their parents, their nurses, their doctors, or a stranger. In my world, the world of Soaringwords, where we've already helped more than 500,000 children, families, and adults grappling with serious illness and challenges, the thing that I've noticed is that no one goes through this life alone. Especially now in these times of social distancing, your character strengths are going to function as superheroes, connecting you to the best parts of yourself and your friends and family and coworkers, and you're going to create a strength-based chain reaction. So that's Marty Seligman, my mentor and the founder of the field of positive psychology. I went back and got my master's in positive psychology with Martin Seligman. I wanted to meet the leaders in the world in positive psychology, and I did. And they've said to a person, here's my life's work, how can I help you? So what we did was we started creating these Soaring into Strength workshops about positivity, or optimism, or hope. With the leaders, Dr. Richard Tedeschi, who invented the term post-traumatic growth, and we don't use any white paper language, so that a family member or a healthcare practitioner could watch these videos and be inspired to take an active role in the healing for the child or for themselves. When bad things happen, people feel as if it will break them. Dr. Tedeschi, could you explain what post-traumatic growth is?
Lisa, in addition to the distress that comes in the aftermath of various kinds of traumatic events, people often find that they learn something of value, they change in ways that they value, they experience what might be for some a personal transformation. So this struggle in the aftermath of these traumatic events to cope with them and to figure out how to live with this difficulty and the outcomes that people experience in the aftermath of these events we call post-traumatic growth.
Soaringwords, Soaring into Strength Positive Health Model is based on 7 components from the field of positive psychology and the latest science: shifting, optimism, altruism, resiliency, imagery, narrative, and gratitude. And we will be showing you different positive psychology interventions that are fun and meaningful and just take a few moments to do. And you can do these interventions every morning or during the day or at evening before you go to sleep. It just takes a few moments to remember, to reconnect to your inner wisdom, to your inner power, because your body wants to heal. Your body wants to move from a state of dis-ease into a state of ease and wholeness and calm and joy. Each one of you completed an anonymous survey before we started the workshop, and you'll spend a few moments at the end filling out another quick survey. The empirical data that we're collecting will show the impact that these workshops have on helping people flourish and experience more gratitude, which enables you to flourish even in difficult times. Soaringwords is the power to heal. Gratitude frequency is motivated by small and simple acts. So turn to page 5 in your workbook, and I want you to think about yesterday. List any times that you felt grateful yesterday, okay? Yesterday, go. Every Soaringwords workshop includes a comprehensive Soaringwords workbook filled with immersive activities based on empirically valid positive psychology exercises, so participants can embody the learnings from each of the individual workshops. So we're going to end with 5 of the most popular positive psychology interventions of all time: the gratitude visit, gratitude letter, gratitude walk, an imagery exercise using gratitude, and 3 good things. So I hope that whenever you start being aware of your growth mindset and using it more, it's like any muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it will get, and the more you can rely on it. And you'll see that you'll be making progress in all facets of your life, not just in the corporate environment or the work or academic environment, but in your personal life, with your hobbies, with your friends and families as well. I like the Japanese proverb that really depicts resilience in action. It says, "Fall down 7 times and get up 8." This philosophy acknowledges that setbacks are a natural part of life, and when we can accept that fact and recognize it, then it's much easier to move forward with a positive outlook. Now I want to introduce you to the 3 roadblocks to resilience, and then we'll spend the rest of the workshop focusing on effective positive psychology strategies and tools to build your resilience.
Please join me now in welcoming Lisa Buxbaum and Dr. Catherine Lord.
Having spent many hours in hospitals all around the country, in clinics and speaking at schools, a lot of the issues that we're talking about are designed to really help give you that strength and support to take time for yourself in addition to caring for your child and the rest of your family. The first step is really taking an honest look at what is working and what isn't working in your life, and what's difficult for you as a caregiver. And when you look at those pain points, then you can start to address them. And also,
today, 1,500 IPS students and 1,500 volunteers coming together to inspire children at Wish Hospital to never give up. Part of it is called Soaringwords. Well, I met a wonderful fellow from Eli Lilly at a conference in New York, and 6 weeks later I was in their offices.